Look at this guy. And this guy. And that guy. And that guy. Today I'm gonna try and kill all of these horrifying monsters. But not just that. I'm gonna try and do it in hardcore. Keep watching to see how that turns out. Also, I had just added a bunch of random mods together. If it sounded good, I'd add it, which resulted in me getting this error screen a million times. I never tested the mods, so what you're seeing is me going in blind. Alright, now it's time to see how well I can deal with this. Day 1, I spawned in a savannah next to a zombie. There were many dirt pillars around and I investigated them, but it was nothing. I found this huge mangrove tree that was hollow inside for some reason. Stuff always happens on modded Minecraft for me. There's just so many new stuff and I just have to see what they are. I then went in a cave, but I remembered I was on hardcore and just left. I walked around for a bit and found this massive village. In one of the houses I found an iron ingot and an empty map. Not much, but at least enough for a shield. Day 2 I realized that this was not a village, it was a city. Look how big this was. I found this copper golem statue thing and a waystone, which I put in the house I was staying in. I also put a waypoint, because it would be hard to find my house since this village was so big. I saw a clock and found a boat with 2 fishermen inside. An Impaling 5 book was in there, but kind of useless for this. It's not like I'll get a trident anytime. Oh, what's that doing there? I found a cave and a very weird creeper. It scared me, so I ran out. However, on day 3, I found a cave that was more open, so I felt safer going down it. I started wondering, what was I doing down there? This is actually dangerous, and this proves it. The next day as I was coming out of the cave, I found 2 rascals. I right-clicked one, and it just chuckled and ran away. Kind of creepy. And then 4 creepers just spawned out of nowhere. Since when is that possible? Then I saw something that absolutely terrified me. Charged creeper. I left the cave after that. I was not messing with a charged creeper. Are you kidding me? It was day 5 when I came out, and I realized I was basically right next to the village. Look at this. I realized that my house had an ender pearl. Could be useful. I needed, well, thought I needed to explore, because I needed something called a soul star, which is what you use to summon the Night Lich, which is one of the monsters that I needed to kill. And it was also the main boss that I wanted to get. At the time, I didn't know that you can get them from killing mobs, so I thought I had to find them in a dungeon or something. I didn't know how far I would have to go, and I didn't want to run all the way back, so I wanted to make a waystone. However, I needed an obsidian and an ender pearl. I told you that pearl would be useful. For obsidian, I needed a diamond pickaxe, so I needed diamonds, obviously. Little did I know how long this was going to take. I made a mine in my house, and I ended up mining into a cave, which was good because I don't really know how to street mine for diamonds anymore since the caves were updated. You know, I was thinking I might have to disable these boss boards because they would be annoying, but they're actually pretty useful. There are some things in modded Minecraft that truly should be in the real game, and this is most certainly one of them. Why do these caves exist that are so claustrophobic? Hello, creeper. Ah! Day 7, I saw another charged creeper. Wow, how do I find an emerald before I find diamonds? Ooh, pretty. Why are you fighting me? I have a skull hat. I look just like you. Starting to get desperate for diamonds. I'd been down here for nearly 3 days and hadn't found any, so I tried my luck with this rascal. After playing some terrible hide and seek, he gave me carrots. He only laughed after. What does my life come to? Yeah, it makes sense the sniffer wanted twice the amount of votes. This thing is useless. Day 8, I came out of the cave to gear up again so I could go down again. Bear with me, this caving will end soon. I found another rascal and trapped it, thinking I was being smart, but no, he just ran out, because I'm an idiot and left one block open. He ended up giving me a potion of night vision. It's actually very useful for caves. Get down there. Ha! Nowhere for you to run this time. He gave me 5 iron ore. Yay. I tried my luck with 2 other rascals and all were trash. Or as Little Notable would say, none were notable. I drank the night vision potion and it was useless. Actually, I just didn't use it in the right spot, but it's easier to blame others. I came out of the cave on day 9 with an empty soul. And went straight back. I didn't want most of this video to be spent in caves, and I'm sorry, but I really just needed a diamond pickaxe. Another charged creeper. Good thing they seem to despawn quickly. And right after saying that, I nearly run into one. Wow. Those things, they scare me. Alright, now I've basically spent 10 days in here. I could just call this 100 days in caves at this point. After about 10 more hours of misery, a boss bar for the Void Blossom popped up. That was useful, because it was another one of the monsters that I needed to kill, and I didn't know how I would find it otherwise. Ah, yes! I got 5. I can't begin to tell you how happy I was. I could finally come out of the cave. I slept very peacefully. Actually, no, false alarm. I need to go back one more time so I can actually get the obsidian I needed. And it actually took unnecessarily long time to find a lava pool. This is an open cave. I also found another rascal, but I didn't know what it gave me. I didn't mind 24 obsidian and I left. What? As I was coming out of the cave, a boss bar came up called Corrupted Enderman. I didn't want to come up because I didn't want to die just as I had finally got my obsidian. But then it disappeared. But I was on edge, waiting for it to jump out of nowhere. And then sure enough, it reappeared. I went to sleep and the next day when I looked out my window, I saw it. Most of its health was gone for some reason, so I tried shooting it, which was probably a stupid decision, but it just teleported away and stood still. I was not gonna mess with it further. That thing would probably rip me to shreds. Sir, get out of my bed. Day 13, I looked out my window. I saw that the Enderman was still there. Kind of unnerving. I decided to just ignore it. I made the waystone and I was finally ready to explore. After a while, I found a pack of hoglins. What were these things doing in the overworld? I dealt with them. Come back here, your mother can't save you now. Day 15, I realized that exploring aimlessly would actually take forever, so I went back and made a nature compass. The thing is amazing. It allows you to right-click it and search for any biome in the game, whether it's a modded biome or a vanilla biome. There was a bunch of biomes I could search for, but I didn't want to go through all of them, so I just chose the most interesting one, which was a haunted lake. On my way, I had completely forgotten about the corrupted beacon and I ran straight into it. I found a shipwreck and I tried to open a chest, but Minecraft decided that it wouldn't Minecraft anymore. I put a treasure map, but I don't understand these Java maps, so it was useless. Day 16, I found a coconut tree and another village that was actually stacked. Look at this, it had a full suit of iron armor. Oh, don't mind if I do. I left a waypoint in case I decided to come back and steal some more. Look at this weird cave, how could I not go in it? There didn't seem to be anything interesting though, so I left. On day 18 I found this random house and decided to find out what was in it. Yeah, I was not messing with that right now. Just put it on the list of things to come back to. After a few more minutes of exploring, I found a haunted lake. Yeah, I see why it's called that. I could barely see with all this fog around me. There didn't seem to be anything interesting, so I just used my waystone and teleported back. Just a waste of time. I spent day 19 making a librarian, and on day 20, I got him to sell me mending, which was great. However, when I traded with him to lock him in so that my inventory was full, and I had to drop a stack of wheat that I had, and the villagers stole it. You're lucky you're useful. I spent the rest of the day making another librarian, and he sold me flame. I mean, that is good, but I really wanted protection 4. On day 21, I realized that the nature compass wasn't actually going to really help me with what I wanted it to do. It would only search for biomes, but what I needed were like dungeons and structures, because I wasn't just going to find a soul star on the ground. So I added a mod called Explorer's Compass, which what I thought it would do is give me the ability to locate every structure in the game. However, when I looked at the recipe for it, I needed cobwebs, and I had no means of finding cobwebs. I didn't even have string. That was fine though. I just used logic and used the nature's compass to find a mesa, or what I guess is actually called now Badlands biome. If you've ever been in a Badlands, you know why I'm doing this. In mineshafts, there are cobwebs, and in Badlands, it is actually common, at least for me, to find a mineshaft just exposed on the surface, so I figured that this would be the best way of finding cobwebs. If you know a better way, comment it. I checked to see if the corrupted Enderman was still there, and it was. Nope, you're staying here forever. On day 22, I went to look for the Badlands. Who died here? I found a jungle, and there was a jungle temple with absolutely trash loot. I did get a saddle though, that's nice. Shortly after that, I found something that turned out to be an underground village, and once you know it, I found cobwebs. Didn't even mean to find this thing. Well, at least I don't have to go all the way to the Badlands, right? Nope, I only got 3 cobwebs from that village, and I needed 4, yay! It rained the next day. Fit my mood. I found the Badlands, and a giant cactus greeted me. And you know what? I found a mineshaft instantly. But I say, couldn't believe that I did all that for one single cobweb though. But it was worth it. I waystoned back home and slept. Day 24, I made the Explorer's Compass, and when I right-clicked it, I nearly cried of joy. This thing was actually amazing. Every single structure in the game was in it, including the ones the mods I had added. This was definitely worth it. Minecraft knew exactly what music to play. And there it is, what I actually wanted. The Night Lich Tower. I wanted to go for it right now, but I had no more waystones, and I also had no more ender pearls. Next day I decided to go to the second village I had found, hoping that there would be ender pearls just laying around, because I didn't want to get them myself. I teleported to the haunted lake, because it was closer to it than my house, and realized that there were cobwebs literally everywhere. Yeah, that's just great. I found another illusioner and tried shooting it, which was just a bad idea. And then found a cool structure, and that's bad. It started to turn night, and I realized that I had forgotten my bed. Luckily, though, I wasn't far from the second village, so when I found it, I just took a bed. Sorry, villager. The next day, thankfully, I found an ender pearl and a protection 4. But I then tamed a cat to keep me company on my 2,000 block journey. Ugh. I then almost committed the greatest sin, hitting a dolphin when I was breaking my boat. On day 27, when I got back home, I nearly ran into the corrupted Enderman again. I needed to deal with him soon. I made the waystone and could finally head to the Night Lich Tower. Hello, sir. Wait, stop! I'm sorry! I found another haunted lake and I got soul sand. Could be useful. Day 29, I found a spider spawner with trash loot. Got a name tag though. I then found another village and it had a waystone and 2 diamonds. No way was I leaving that. I noticed that my cat had actually stopped following me. Oh no. Yeah, on day 30 I couldn't find it, so I could only hope it would one day come back. I found another village, and this one was just a normal one. They had a waystone, and I took it since I knew I would never come back here. After climbing this mountain, I finally found the Night Lich Tower, and just look at all this loot. I had no space in my inventory though, but I thought I would just come back here. It's fine. After I got chased out by a skeleton, I put a waystone and left. I was hoping there would be some soul stars there, because I don't think I've said this yet, but you need soul stars to find the tower normally, which is why I was happy to get the Explorer's Compass. But you also need 4 of them to actually spawn the Nightlich, so I would have to deal with that eventually. Day 31, the corrupted enemy started taunting me again. I tamed another cat because I didn't want to be lonely again. Hopefully I don't lose this one. The next day I made a Fletcher so I could get emeralds pretty easily. And I also got Looting 3 and Feather Falling 4 librarians. And as you should all know, Feather Falling 4 is the greatest enchantment. Don't even argue. No, get away! A thunderstorm started and then I got Surge Protector. I didn't even know that advancement existed. Day 34 I got Protection 4. It was actually amazing. I spent the next day trying to find a more efficient way to get emeralds because the Fletcher just wasn't cutting it. Yeah, I should have known to use a mason first, that always works out for me. And I just went to mine a ton of clay. On day 37, the villagers decided not to cooperate, so I went to the other village and used the villager there. My cat! That was insanely lucky, but I would like to know I was just standing here, it wasn't even set to sit. Ooh, yeah, that's why you gotta stay on high alert. Mining away. While mining, I found a dungeon, which I thought was a stronghold for a second. Nope, it's just another underground village. I don't know what to mine. Look at all that clay. At least all that mining would be worth it. Day 41, I had to use most of my emeralds I had gotten from the clay, leveling up the armor, so that was a waste. Eventually, he'd buy lava buckets, and I didn't want to use any more emeralds, so I just got some buckets, and got lava, and traded on day 42. Look, the villager guards are actually useful. I bought a full set of diamond armor that literally just took 2 days. Whoever said it was hard. I made an anvil and bought Feather Falling 4, which I then put on my diamond boots, and then I put mending on everything. I also noticed something. The corrupted Enderman boss bar was gone. I came out to see if it was closer and... I realized that this was a second one, and for some reason it wasn't angry. I guess it just works like a normal Enderman. I went to go mine clay and I take back what I said about it being like normal Enderman, because out of nowhere, this happened. I was terrified, but he couldn't seem to come down, which was a blessing. And in addition to that, the door I had placed seemed to be blocking his attacks. Soon he just started taking damage from the water, so I just sat there till he died, trying to ignore his insane shrieks. However, soon he teleported into the sky, which was a smart move which inconvenienced me. I didn't have a bow and was too afraid to move, so I just went back to my business mining clay. But then, I knew I couldn't sit there because he would break my shield, so I decided to swim for it. He tried to shoot me as I swam, but he missed. Look at him up there. Insane. Day 43, I got a bow and went to try and find him to shoot him, but he had just vanished. Kind of made me feel uneasy. I just went back to mining clay for the rest of the day. The next day I went to trade my clay to the masons, and for some reason they were all invisible. What kind of glitch is this? Then I saw another corrupted enderman. I didn't realize how common these things were. Just look how stupid this is. I have to right click the area to find the villagers. I hope this gets fixed. Day 45, I bought all the protection 4 books I needed, and then I put them on all my armor pieces. I then accidentally picked up this man's honeycomb when he shared his beehive. Don't worry, I gave it back. I'm a good person. Oh hey villagers, you're back. Thanks for the money, I appreciate it. I then killed a zombie and got warrior boots, but the effects were kinda trash. On day 46 I found a creeper head. I made a diamond sword and added looting 3 and mending. Look at this, I got sharpness 5 for such a cheap trade. I definitely was keeping that. I also made a cleric, hoping he would sell me ender pearls. Hello, wandering trader. I like wandering trader. I realized that there was a second village next to mine. I don't know how I didn't see this sooner. Sorry villagers, I need this waystone. Day 47, I got attacked by a pufferfish. I spent the day leveling up the cleric and he didn't give me the pearl trade. I was upset. The next day I made another cleric. Surely you'll give me the ender pearl? No. I went to the other village to get another villager to be a cleric, but nobody cared about me. The villagers literally shook their heads when I placed something down. What was happening? Whatever, at least these guys are always happy to see me. I bought 2 sharpness 5 books. I made a diamond axe, which I put mending on, and then I put sharpness 5 on both my sword and axe. I was feeling powerful. Then this man absolutely refused to be a cleric. For real, I chased this guy around for so long till he finally listened to me. This is why I hate villagers. He even made me get stung by bees. You know what? He didn't give me the pearl trade. I wanted to get revenge, but I knew it wouldn't satisfy me. Instead, I used the nature compass to search for a lush cave. If you're smart, you know what I'm doing. I need clay for emeralds. In a lush cave, there's tons of clay, and getting it there would be way faster than going in the ocean. That's a big brain move for you. Alright, when I was gonna leave, I saw the corrupted enderman, and since I now had protection 4 diamond armor, I decided it was time to put him down. Yeah, 1 hit. That was anticlimactic, but whatever. He dropped an ominous ender pearl. I had no idea what that did, so I basically got nothing useful. The next day I located the lush cave, and as I was mining down to it, look at all this clay I found. I wasn't even in the cave yet. When I found it, I also found a glare. I put a waystone, teleported home, and then I made a cleric and put him in a hole. I then locked these 2 men in a house, just in case I would need them eventually. I stay up in the night killing mobs because I had looked up how you got soul stars from the Night Lich, and apparently there's a chance when you kill a monster, they'll drop one. And sure enough, the first monster I fought dropped one, and I know that has to be lucky. I also killed an enderman and got 2 pearls, literally the lowest amount you can get with looting 3, so that was great. And on top of that, my bone head was nearly broken. No! I forgot to say I never took this off because it kind of grew on me, but now I had to use my diamond one. A creeper exploded and it gave me poison. I don't remember adding a mod that does that. I then hit a mauler to see what would happen, and he attacked me and broke my shield. Why was this thing ever gonna be added to Minecraft in the first place? It's useless. Day 51 I found another underground village and got a diamond. Nice. Wow, they really don't want anyone getting in here. Both entrances are blocked off. I spent the rest of the day preparing myself mentally, cause tomorrow I'm going to the nether. I'm gonna be honest. On day 52, I was scared. This is not like the normal nether. I added a mod that revamped it, so I had no idea what to expect. As I said before, I never tested the mods. I wanted this to be a blind experience. That decision may actually ended my death. Although, you know it doesn't. There's more time in the video. Oh, I made the portal wrong. Shouldn't have showed that. When I went in, my spawn was terrible. I didn't want to be in here longer than I needed, so I just used the explorer's compass to search for a fortress. Just look at it. When I got in, apparently this was not a fortress, it was a citadel. I also had a boss room with a wildfire, or at least I think this is a wildfire. And what was apparently the Blaze King's tower, I found ancient debris. That's very nice. I climbed this ladder up the tower, hoping to find some more, and I didn't find any. But I did find some kind of shrine. It looked like I needed to light the other 2 pieces of netherrack, and that would probably make a huge boss spawn or something, so of course I didn't mess with it. On day 53 I found a blaze spawner, and I killed blazes until I had 50 blaze rods, which didn't take long, since I had looting. I wanted to leave now, but there's one more thing I needed to find. It was just to find something called the Nether Gauntlet Arena. I need it if I want to fight the Nether Gauntlet, which is another one of the bosses I wanted to kill. Here I was meant to be standing on it, but I didn't see it. After a few minutes searching, I got bored and decided to try my luck fighting the wildfire. When it died, I got something called a wildfire fragment. No idea what that's for. You know, I wish that this thing was added to Minecraft. That fight was kind of fun, even though it was scary. I think Minecraft should add more boss fights like this in the real game. Maybe they will one day. After a long while of digging, I finally found the Nether Gauntlet. I put a waystone, teleported home, and slept. Day 55, I needed a lot of wool, because I needed a lot of beds so that I could go netherite mining, because I was not going to fight any of these bosses without netherite. I would probably get ripped to shreds. Killed mobs again in the night, and got another soul star. That's amazing. On day 56, I got a bunch of wool and wood, so now I could make a ton of beds. I killed monsters in the night again, but this time I didn't get a soul star, but I did get more ender pearls. So, kind of awkward, but I forgot to record day 57. However, all that I had been doing was placing beds, so not that interesting. I've only gotten 6 ancient debris, that's only enough for 1 netherite and some left over. It's sad. Day 59 I decided to see what that shrine I had found in the nether was. I lit the other 2 netherrack and nope, absolutely nothing happened. I just took the statue and put it next to my house. I stayed up all night fighting mobs again and phantoms attacked me. This one gave me a soul star when I killed it, finally. Now I only need 1 more, because you need 4 to summon the Night Lich. On day 60 I met a librarian and he sold me Infinity, another one that gave me Punch too. I bought both. Sorry sir, I need to get in there. I needed Power 5 desperately. The other stuff were good, but I really needed it. I just couldn't get it! After a long time of re-rolling, he gave me the Power 4. I was tired of trying, so I just settled on it. On day 62 I made the most amazing bow ever. I also got as much wool that I could, so that on day 63 I could make a bunch of beds, so I could go ancient debris mining again. I killed monsters in the night and finally got my last soul star. Now I no longer have to be sleep deprived. The next day I went to the nether again to mine ancient debris and it didn't take me long to find some actually. However, on day 65 I used out all my beds and found no more, so I had to go home. I didn't have enough for another piece of netherite. With a heavy heart, I went to bed. You know what? It's a great time to kill the Ender Dragon now and let out my anger. This video is not about the Ender Dragon, it's merely an obstacle. I need to get to another boss called the Obsidiolith, which is in the end. It would also be an extra bonus to get an Elytra. I made golden apples and slow falling potions. Good thing those phantoms that attacked me. I made another waystone and I also wanted to have power 5 on my bow before I left, so I went to buy another power 4 brick for my guy so I could combine them, but no, I had no idea where I left him. So there goes that idea. I used the Explorer's Compass to search for the stronghold on day 67, and when I found it, it was underwater. Why does this always happen to me? Ooh, an ink tag. That kind of makes up for it. I cheated the maze of the stronghold by using the minimap to look for the end portal. I have no shame. I hate looking for these things. I filled the eyes in the portal, double checked I had everything, and jumped in. Little did I know what I was getting myself into. When I got in, my spawn was absolutely terrible. Just look at this. I towered up and pearled onto the island, ready to start the fight. First thing I noticed a phantom was there, but didn't think too much of it. I just continued the fight. Every time I would break an end crystal, I would get struck by lightning and a phantom would spawn. What was happening? stars spawning out, I realized that the end crystals were coming back. What made this even worse is the pillars were a lot higher than normal, making it way harder to actually shoot the crystals. And every time I was trying build-ups to them, I would get hit off by the dragon. I was not prepared for this fight. I tried so hard. I fought for days. The dragon was wearing me out. I knew if I stayed here, I would eventually die. I had ran out of slow falling potions and already had 2 near-death experiences. In a desperate attempt, I used the Waystone, and thankfully, it worked. Before I left, I watched the dragon fly around, knowing that one day I would come back here, and I would free the end from the reign of this monster. I teleported home and slept with a vengeance growing inside of me. On day 70, I saw that the battle had nearly broken my diamond armor. Yeah, that's how bad the fight was. Please, skeleton, just leave me alone. I'm a broken man. I mined clay in the lush cave and traded it for XP so I could heal my armor. As I was fixing my armor, I decided that dragon had to be the final boss. It was too powerful to be left alive. I had to put it down. The Obsidiolith would just have to wait. Also, I didn't realize this at the time, but I had added a mod called the Savage Ender Dragon fight, which completely revamps the normal fight, which is why it was so hard. So yeah, this is what I get for not testing the mods. Anyway, back to reality. I traded clay for XP because my armor's durability was still kind of low, and I wanted to fix it. Stop! I needed Unbreaking 3 so that my armor would actually last when I fought the dragon again, but I ended up getting an enchantment called End Veil, which when I saw what I did, I had to keep that. The fight would be so much easier without having to worry about Enderman attacking me. This was such a good enchantment. I also got Efficiency 5, and for that price, I had to keep it. The price for End Veil was doubled because I accidentally hit the villager. Well, say it was an accident, but I think deep inside, I wanted to hit him. I then fought an Enderman with Strong 3, and he was indeed strong. He broke my shield. Look at this, he's actually made me low on health. That's ridiculous. I don't understand. Whenever you want something, you can never get it. This guy gave me protection 4 before I'm breaking 3. I ended up getting Thorns 3, I guess that's useful. I'm gonna be honest with you, I really just wanted to be done with this villager. But you know what? On day 73, all that frustration paid off. This man right here gave me Unbreaking 3. I allowed him to keep his 4-block room because of it. The other villagers have to live with only 2. Day 74, I now needed levels to actually put my Unbreaking 3 books on everything. So back to shoveling clay, I guess. I'm sorry you had to be born in this world, sir. After trading my clay, I still didn't have enough XP. You know what? You can keep it. Oh, my villagers are invisible again. Awesome. Oh, you're back. Never mind. Alright, now I have Unbreaking 3 on all my armor. Oh, never mind. Back to shoveling. This has my life come to. Alright, on day 76, now I have a full set of Unbreaking 3 and an Efficiency 5 pickaxe. Time to fight the Void Blossom. Yeah, you heard that right. If I can find it, that is. Oh, never mind. Hello. So I may have underestimated this thing. I was one hit away from dying there. But I have played Hollow Knight. I know how to adapt to a fight thanks to that game. Yeah, in most boss fights, all you need to do is follow the specific pattern of the boss and know how to dodge all of its attacks. Thanks to Hollow Knight, I know how to do that perfectly, and despite that terrible start, I was able to get the hang of it. sound crazy considering how I almost died, but that fight was relatively easy. I was rewarded with XP, a Void Thorn thing, and a Crystal Food, which apparently grants resistance when you eat it. Oh, those rewards were kind of trash, but Minecraft knew just what to reward me with. Oh, it's just one bit. Never fair, I found 2 more. That's something. Yeah, that's why I used the torch when it digs straight up. I spent the night shearing sheep because I wanted to go ancient debris mining again. But wait, a slime. What? On the night of day 78, I went bed mining. Oh, it feels nice to have efficiency 5. It took 10 years, but on day 79, I finally found ancient debris. Oh, it's just fun. Honestly, I feel like I find more in Bedrock Edition when I do this. Ah! Lava! On day 80, after using all my beds, I only ended up with 2 ancient debris. That's sad. I started just mining, hoping I would find some, and I found a bastion. Oh no, it's just another nether gauntlet arena. Great. I went home with an empty heart. I made the ancient debris that I had into netherite and added it to my armor. That helmet was bothering me. Oh, the villagers. But I don't need them anymore. I went to the nether and located a bastion with my explorer's compass because I know that you can find ancient debris in those and gold, which would be useful since I used all my golden apples for that void blossom. I found it pretty quickly. I don't know, this was actually another gauntlet arena. I thought those were hard to find. I found 3 in total now. What's happening? Shortly after that, I found a bastion and a brute chased me. The loot was all trash. Back to bed mining. Oh, yes! Oh, it's just one. That's unfortunate. I thought I would be done with sharing sheep. Oh look, another corrupted enderman. I hardly care anymore. I killed it. It was easy. This was honestly just a waste of time. Yeah, time to go bed mining again. But you know what? While I was mining an area to place a bed, I found not 1, but 2 ancient debris. I can't tell you how happy I was. I went home and made the netherite and put it on my last piece of armor. Finally did it. Now I need to put Unbreaking 3 on a fresh bow so I could add it to my bow, which is add Unbreaking 3 to it and heal it. I was killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. It was good. But I needed 24 levels, so you know what that means. Oh, a creeper. So weak. I found 2 diamonds while mining. Don't really care anymore though. Oh, would you look at that. 2 more. Yay. Of course, when I traded the clay, I didn't get enough levels, so instead of waiting for the next day for them to restock, I used the Explorer's Compass to find a wooden mansion, because I wanted to get totems of undying before I went to fight anything else. You know, just as a safety mission. Now you may think that I'm crazy for searching for a wooden mansion instead of just searching for a pillager outpost and starting a raid, and I did at first, but I found out that the mansion was just like 20 blocks further than the outpost, so I just went there. I was harassed by many phantoms on my way there. What are these? I found the wooden mansion pretty quickly. Can't believe I just said I found a wooden mansion quickly, that's ridiculous. I put a waystone at the entrance, and since it was nearly the next day, I teleported back to the masons to wait for them to restock. On day 85, I got the XP I needed, but I hadn't had to use emeralds because I ran out of clay, but I didn't even care anymore. I combined my bow with the other bow, and that was basically perfect, except for only having power 4, but I still couldn't find the villagers, so that's how it's staying, I guess. I traded with this random cleric I forgot about for XP, so I could go to the mansion, because it takes a level to teleport using the waystone. Now, I know I have netherite armor, but I know that you are not invincible when it comes to Vindicators, and especially the Vex. I found allies in jail, and I freed them, because I'm a good person. Yeah, I was not taking any chances with these men. After a little more exploring, I found an evoke. I quickly took him out and killed the Vexers that he spawned. I then picked up my reward. I didn't want to leave just yet on day 86, and I found some enchanters, which are useless if they have no one to enchant. I killed one and got a mob enchant book, never using that, but then I got a mob unenchant book, definitely using that. I didn't find any more invokers, so that's unfortunate. I went home and prepared myself, because now I'm gonna fight the Night Witch. I went to the tower, and on day 87, I filled the soul stars that I worked so hard on into the pedestals. Yeah, that didn't go as planned. Now I know how poorly that looked. But actually, it was completely fine, because I understood his fight pattern now. I wanted regeneration potions since I had no golden apples, so I went to the nether and a ghast attacked me instantly. He was on the ground, which was perfect, because I could use looting, which ended up giving me 2 ghast tears, which was perfect. I made regeneration potions and instant health potions. You can't be too prepared. And on day 89, it's time for round 2. That was it. Out of nowhere, I died. I told him, completely useless. I stared at my desk screen, thinking of all the hardships that I went through, all the pain, the near-death experiences. This is how it ended. Killed by the one thing I had started this playthrough with every intention of killing. You may think that I would be mad right now. You may think that I want to smash my computer right now. But deep down, I was glad to be dead. All those 89 days had been nothing but pain to try and get to this point. I had wanted it to end. And I think deep down, I knew I was going to die when I came back into this battle. But I had made my peace with it. But mark my words, I will complete this challenge in hardcore. I will slay the Night Lich, and I will take down the Ender Dragon if it's the last thing I do. Also subscribe so you don't miss it. Bye.